No, that's my Thai food. Um, I will be having a muffin in a little bit when I make my coffee. And I did eat 3 muffins this weekend, and I added them to the count. So I think we're at 15. How are you? How are you, Royal? How was your weekend? Yeah. I was gone this weekend, so I had the leftovers in my food in my fridge. No, there's no question. Oh yeah, yeah. I ate 15. How are you? How was your weekend? Oh, nice. What's on the honeydew list today? This is weird. Okay. This is weird. I have Stream Manager open on my iPad, but none of the chat is showing up. Are the cats okay? Or this just like a regular checkup? I did. I'll close the app out and try it now. Yeah. The cat's okay. Yeah, the cat's okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I gotta take Bentley to the vet tomorrow just to get a checkup before I go on my trip the following week. Just because of his age, I just want to make sure everything's fine before I leave. Yeah. No. Oh no, it's so expensive, and the price of gas, everything, man. Hi, Casey. How are you? Mahomes. Don't talk to me about Mahomes. I don't like Mahomes. I know what you're trying to say, but it's too soon. Um, I don't know. I wasn't really watching that game. I just had it on my phone, but it was just like Josh Allen was so bad yesterday. He was so bad. But at least I didn't have to face the Ravens losing against the Chiefs. Which I think if the Ravens were playing, they probably could have won. They probably could have won yesterday. And Josh Allen is just fated to lose against the Chiefs every single time he plays them. I became a Baltimore Ravens fan this year. So I never really followed NFL until like the playoffs. And then this year I started doing fantasy football. And I drafted Lamar Jackson. So I've just been watching a lot of Ravens games this year. And I just became a Ravens fan because they're fun to watch. They're a pretty good team. I didn't realize how bad they choke in the playoffs. So that was heartbreaking. Hi, Warhol. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, hopefully next season they could do something. They could go one step further, two steps further. Yes, I'm a Ravens fan, but a lot of my close friends and some family are Eagles fans. So it's like Eagles fans by association. But yeah, that was a really good game yesterday. All right, lunch is done. The dog is fed. Let's get started. It's fine. It's fine. The Thai food is still good. I did somehow get rice on my laptop. What did you have for lunch today, Royal? Before you start ragging on my lunch. I went grocery shopping today, but I didn't have time to cook anything. So, yeah, the leftover Thai was my best option. All right. This is what we're making today. Let me switch to the other view and turn the light on. Okay, but when you heat up leftover ribeye, doesn't it cook too much further than what you wanted it to be? Okay, let's make the chat Okay. Let me put an apron on. Go outside. Then you go outside. You go outside. Oh man, that sounds so good. Are you in a food coma right now? That's the one with the cheese sauce poured on top, right? Switching over. Okie dokie. You got you guys over here? No, here so I can see. We got the recipe here. Trash bucket here. Wata over here. It's the one with the cheese sauce, or is that something else? Or is that a croque madame? Come here. I'm trying to get Bentley to come sit closer to me. He don't want to. Okay. Have you ever cooked prime rib? Kobe, rest in peace. This okay. Um, this recipe I'm gonna do in this bowl so you guys can see everything that's happening. I know it's harder to see what's happening when it's in the mixer just because of the angles, but this way I can just show you everything, hold it up to the camera, and yeah. Okay. So first we need pizza. Sous, sous vide, just in general. Like, what's your favorite thing to cook sous vide? And how long does that usually take you? What kind of rub do you use? Okay, I will wait until you. I don't mind waiting until you're in a safe spot to reply. Please don't hurt yourself. Yeah, I see they sell sous vide machines at Costco, but I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to use a sous vide safely. Have you seen that guy that cooks It's really disgusting, and I've seen these videos against my will. But there's this guy that will cook stuff in like the sink of a bathroom or the sink of an airplane. It's gross. And one time he made something sous vide in the bathroom sink at a hotel. Yeah. If I could scrub that from my brain, I would. All right, so we got one stick of butter, about 4 ounces, give or take. And I'm gonna add 50 grams of white sugar. Huh? What? Ad break already? No, I know. No, I don't, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying a lot of people are. All right, 50 grams of sugar. Now, 150 grams of brown sugar. And I use light brown sugar. Just because when I've tested all my recipes, I've used light brown sugar. Even if it said dark brown sugar, just because I like the mellow taste better. Yeah. Oh, and then Casey, I'm going to be shipping out your cookies on Wednesday or Thursday. So just keep an I'll message you on Discord to let you know when I've sent them, and then just keep an eye out for them. Costco pre-seasons well. Oh yeah, you can when you get them, you can just toss them in the freezer until then. They'll be fine if you just keep them in the freezer. Because I'm gonna send them vacuum packed. Go birds! Royal. What? This is the one time I made prime rib. I did it in the oven, and I dry brined it with a seasoning rub. And then the recipe I was using told me to make like an herb butter and coat it. Is that like a normal way to do it? Like coat it in butter? Because immediately it just starts to burn as soon as it hits the pan in the oven. It tasted really good. That first 20 minutes of just smoke coming out of the oven. Yeah, no worries, Casey. Alright, in here I'm gonna put the flour, the salt, baking soda, baking powder. I'll be right back. So we got 220 grams of all-purpose flour. Vanilla, baking powder, salt, baking soda. I'm gonna put in half a teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt. If you do use table salt, just use half the amount because you're getting more salt in there. Quarter teaspoon of baking powder. And then 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda. Just gonna set this aside because we'll need it later. And then just gonna give it a stir, quick stir, just to distribute everything. Set that to the side. This has no eggs, and for some reason it says to use water instead of eggs, and it works. So, yeah. So 60 grams of water. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You just add this straight into the water. Okay, so here we have our water and vanilla, our flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, our unsalted butter, white sugar, and brown sugar. Okay, just gonna clear this area real quick. Don't want to make a huge mess. I'm gonna cover the computer with a towel. Okie dokie. There we go. Let me see how soft this butter is. Okay, so yeah, I figured because I did it and it just started to burn. So I panicked. So then what temperature would you recommend doing it next time if I'm going to coat it with butter? We start on low. just gonna make sure that nothing is stuck to the bottom, but it still needs a lot more mixing to go. All right. Okay, so the butter and the sugar are mixed. Now I'm going to add the vanilla water, and it's gonna separate, which is fine. It will come back together. I'm gonna pull the bowl closer to me though, because I don't want it to splash. So this is what it's gonna look like when you start. It's gonna look gross. You just keep going, and it'll get there eventually. Just gonna give it a scrape. Okay, see, so Royal, the recipe I used said to coat it in butter and then throw it in a 450 to 500 degree oven for about 20 minutes and then lower it to 350. But by then the butter is already burnt. Right? I'm going to switch the machine to one that's a little bit more flexible. We're gonna use this one, see if it bends a little bit more, so we can get around the edges. Oops. It's okay, we don't need that anymore. But look, now it's all come together. That's what we want. Towel. Okie dokie. Yeah, what happened? Where's Chet? Where's Chet? There you are. Okay, so we're gonna take our flour mix, just add it in there. We're just gonna fold it in. Actually, we're not going to fold it in. We're just going to mix it so it comes together. Can't fold it in because there's not enough wet ingredients to fold it in. So we're just going to mix it. It's going to come together. It's going to be good. Now, before we finish mixing in all the flour, we're going to add the chocolate chips. Put it back on the scale. It says to add about 200 grams of chocolate chips. So there we go. Make sure you get all that flour from the edge. And there we have an eggless cookie dough. Now I'm going to let this sit for a little while just so that the flour can absorb as much moisture before we bake it. And what that does is it prevents the cookies from spreading out too thin. We don't want thin cookies. But if you do want thin cookies, then just scoop it and toss them straight in the oven. That is all up to you. Okie dokie. Okay. Royal, it finally rained here in Southern California this weekend. Even if it was just for like a day and a half, it's still, it's still, it still felt good. Oh, and I don't know if you saw the baklava last week. Okie dokie, let's see. I need to edit the picture because the coloring on it did not look great. So I use this app called A Color Story to edit my photos. This is what it looked like, but it was devoured. It was so good. Let's see. Food. There we go. And save. Ta-da! That was quick and easy. Okay, what do we have next on the agenda? We need to make cookies for the winners of the giveaway. So I've already got the brown butter chocolate chip cookie dough done. Yeah, you were there, but I thought maybe I didn't know how it looked on camera, so I tried to take a picture for you guys to show you today. But the lighting at my cousin's place, it didn't really bring out the golden brown color. So, yeah, I was trying to edit it on just real quick. Okay. I opened the fridge and forgot what I needed. Yeah, we're gonna make strawberry sugar cookies. So I'll pull that recipe up and jot it down in my notebook real quick. Strawberry sugar. Maybe it's just sugar cookie recipe? Ah, yes. Hey. I missed. We're gonna do. That's a lot of cookies. That is a lot of cookies. This one we're gonna have to do in the mixer. So let me bring it over. And just set it to the side for now. So we need 2 eggs. This is about $40 in eggs. I went to the store today and a dozen eggs was $12. And Costco didn't have any eggs. Yeah, that was upsetting. Okay. Let's melt some butter. Two sticks of butter need 8 ounces. Shield. Vanilla extract and strawberry. You can use extract. I use the baking emulsion. This is very strong. Ooh wee. Okay. Flour. 13.2 ounces of flour. There's a lot of flour. And then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, I accidentally knocked over a glass bottle of olive oil in my garage this morning. That cleanup was a pain in the ass. Now there's like little drops of oil everywhere. I need to watch a clip of what I just did because I can't remember if I put 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. Someone clip that for me. Clip. How do I see my clip? Ah, there it is. So I just need to see my clip of what I did. I need to watch a clip of. It didn't clip back far enough. I'm trying to figure out how much baking soda I just put in here. Oh, you know what? I did only do 1. I did only do 1/2 of a teaspoon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's 1 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. And salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. No, I clipped it, but it didn't go back far enough. Right? Yeah. That's why you always got to taste it before you give it to your customers. But yeah, I'm making strawberry sugar cookies. Bloody light. So I'm gonna figure out how to work this light. It says strawberry. I don't know why the camera doesn't want you to see the word strawberry. Alright, 2 eggs. And if you get any shell in there like I just did, just make sure to take it out. Okay. Now 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Nope. We're doing 1.5 of vanilla, 1.5 of strawberry. I know it looks a little gross right now, but just it's okay. It's meant to. Set that to the side. Alright. Mana mana. Alright, so in here I'm just gonna pour the butter. Now we need 10.6 ounces of white sugar. And just a little bit of brown sugar, which will give it a little bit more of a chewy texture. This one calls for 1.75 ounces. Too much. ASMR. ASMR. Look, I got this. Whoa. I got this block from Costco. Look, it's got 1, 2, 3, and then these. Alright, the light's gonna turn off real quick. The MacBook charger. Whew. There's just some lumps of brown sugar, which is normal, but it bothers me, so I just like to swish it. I just feel off today. Anyone else feel off today? Okay. I'm gonna add the egg and the vanilla and the strawberry.